13.3 portable monitor. We're going to go ahead and check it out. Great for gaming, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Raspberry Pi. Pair it up with your iPad, your MacBook, whatever. We're going to go ahead and test this thing out on some games. Test it on our Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Check out the DeX and the mirror mode. And just give my overall thoughts on this portable monitor. Another great addition for an auxiliary monitor, portable gaming, many applications for this one. So let's unbox it and check it out. Today we're doing a review on this 13.3-inch Wimaxit portable monitor. Now, the cool thing about these monitors is they're low power. They can actually power themselves on by your device. So if you have like a Surface Pro, a MacBook, a iPad, your phone, you can power this on via that device. It also, if you do plug in this monitor, you get extra brightness. You know, you can fully unlock the features of this thing. And then it will also power delivery to your device. These are IPS panels, 1080p. They do have HDR, but nothing crazy. 60 hertz. Really, they're just great for portability. Look how slim this thing is here. So really slim. You got two speakers there in the back. You got two rubber feet here. One, I don't know if you can see those rubber feet. You got rubber feet there and there. This back cover is glued on here. I'll show you the ports in just a second, but you just take off the cover here. It is a anti-glare IPS display with a little kind of magnetic top to it. Now, this particular one is kind of a matte. It's like a diamond kind of silicone rubberized. I've seen the other ones have like a carbon fiber look to them. When you open up the box, it does come with 3 cables. USB Type-C to USB Type-C for your phones, USB Type-C to a USB Type-A, which you need to get your own power brick, and that way you can supply power to it. You also get a full-size HDMI to a HDMI mini, and those are your 3 cables. As far as the cables, they're decent cables. I've seen better cables included with other monitors, but they're plenty good for what you get and what you need. They're gonna work with all your applications. Now, as far as ports and things like that, what I like about this, I reviewed another monitor recently that's 15 inches, a similar design. This one actually does have a micro USB as well for some extra charging and things. And then I actually prefer buttons. I like that they're labeled and I can just click it. It's a little simpler in my mind than having like a whole menu system with a rocker on there, which some of these newer ones have. I showed you the speakers earlier, and then this one has lots of ports. This one actually has 2 HDMI mini ports, so you can have multiple devices hooked up, switching between the 2. You have a power with an LED to tell you if you are getting power or not, headphone jack, and then your USB Type-C, which will also do video out, is this one. Now, this is not a touch screen, so that's why this one's a little cheaper than some of the other models out there, because this one does not offer touchscreen. Okay, that's usually how these portable monitors are priced, is based on whether they have the touchscreen functionality or not, and then sometimes because of their, maybe have extra features as far as hertz or stuff like that. But this is a pretty basic one, and it's a little cheaper because of that. So why don't we go ahead and hook this up to our monitor really quick. Go to Samsung DeX, and you might notice it's not very bright, and that's because it defaults, let's see right here, to brightness 10. But if you click in and you up it up, you can actually get it all the way up to 90. And remember, I'm not running any power through this. Look at this. So you just saw me bump it up to 90. I'm not running any power. That's just going to my phone right here. So that's really great that you can get such high brightness without having to make any adjustability. Now again, it's not touchscreen, so I have to do this through my phone. What you can do is the Samsung DeX does allow you to turn your phone into a mouse. So look, I can now move this around. So my phone is now this. So for example, here's some images of mine, some videos. This is when I stained my deck. Okay, so as you see, running really well. And then I'm gonna go ahead and close out of DeX and mirror my screen and just play a game really quick. All right, so I'm running this off my 8-bit DOE. I have it running from my cell phone. And again, I can be using this as my controller, or use an external controller, or you can use like a USB hub and then be running this off a wired controller as well. And I just have it at 90% brightness right now. And I'm also have it at 90% volume as well. And the volume is coming out of the display here. It is not coming from my phone at all. So as you see, it looks great, right? Woo. Boom! Classic wall. Classic DrewTalks. And then just in case you're curious here, you go to menu, brightness, lower this down to about 50. Take this off really quick. That's 50% brightness. And 20%, if any of you guys want to play that low for really dim settings. Still very playable. Whoa, that was the computer who got me there. Okay, so that is with a cell phone. Again, I can go ahead and plug this in for power, which I'm going to be doing next. So I'm just plugging in the power here. And that's cool. It should do that. It's now charging my phone. And then let's see if it ups the brightness automatically. Okay, great. So it detected that I now had power. It went ahead and boosted the brightness and started charging my phone as well. Now for the next test, we're gonna go do some HDMI. We're gonna run this through a Raspberry Pi. So in order to do that, we're gonna remove the phone, but we're gonna keep the thing plugged in. And then I have an adapter here, but there is an included cable as well. And we'll just put it in HDMI 1 and we will boot this right up. So in case you're wondering, mini HDMI, power, that's it. It's going to the Raspberry Pi. We're loading up Emulation Station here. So do note that this is going to be great for your PlayStation 4, your Nintendo Switch, your Xbox, any kind of emulation device you want. And remember how portable this thing is. Let's go ahead and play some Metal Slug, one of my favorite games. Let's go ahead and play Metal Slug. Let's go down to M. Metal Slug X. Just gonna go ahead and load that up. And remember how portable this is. I do want to say a really cool application I think is like putting this, embedding this in your wall, or it's just so slim, putting it in a backpack with like a Raspberry Pi, or putting it in a backpack with your Nintendo Switch, or bringing it on presentations, or using it as a backdrop in your videos. You get a lot of flexibility there. It has the built-in speakers, so if you're building like an arcade cabinet or something like that, you don't have to worry about also buying speakers. And like unlike a monitor, like the one you see back in my frame over there, you don't have a stand to deal with. You don't have a large power brick that you have to deal with. You don't have a big bezel. It doesn't weigh over a pound. This is super light. This is in the grams here. So as you see, it's running great. 60 hertz is not a super high refresh rate, but it's one of the more cheaper models. You can definitely find ones that have more features and options and things like that. But you have to pay for it. All right, so I died there. Let's go ahead and exit out here. So final thoughts. For those of you that missed it, I did review this one over here, which is magnetic, a 15.5 inch, let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit, a 15.5 inch version. And this one only had one HDMI port. It did have the headphone jack. And instead of all the buttons on the side, can you guys see that? Sorry, this one's huge. It just has this one little rocker. and the power button, which to me is a little harder. But then this one, also check out when you're buying these things, where the speaker placement is. This one, you got the speakers here and here. You have them on the bottom. So where they put the speakers on these units are also vary depending on which one you buy. So can I recommend this? Yeah, I mean, it's everything. It's well packaged. It does exactly as it says. Just make sure you're not trying to get a touchscreen version. This one is not touchscreen. But any kind of new device that uses USB Type-C as video, and anything that can take an HDMI adapter, pretty much every device, most devices, it's going to work just fine. So with all that said, 2 thumbs up. I did get this as a review unit to review, so please take my review as you will. But I want to check out a 13-inch variant after I've checked out a 15. A lot of these are very similar in style, so really you want to make sure you're getting the right size, the right refresh rate, the right type of panel, and then the inputs and the outputs, and then the refresh rate. Those are usually what you're going to be purchasing when you are looking at these types of portable monitors. But I could definitely recommend this one. Very small bezels, nice. I'd go for it.